For today's practice, you can grab 1 or 2 pillows if you want to find more support and make it a bit more comfy, but it also works without. And then you can find a child's pose on your mat. Bring your knees a little bit wider apart, bring your toes together, and then allowing your upper body to melt down. And if you want, you can use your pillows or your pillow here already to find a little bit more lift underneath your upper body. And then take a moment to land here. Maybe take a deep breath. And I feel like when we're on our period, our body is automatically inviting us to turn inward. And often all we have to do is to allow that to happen. So maybe you can softly deepen your breath here. Allowing your exhales to become a little bit longer. And maybe allow your body to sink a little bit more into the ground with every exhale. And then see if you can become a kind observer in your body. Gently noticing what is happening in your body right now. Noticing how you're feeling. Seeing if there's any area that especially calls your attention right now. And just give it your awareness. Take one more breath here. And then from here you can gently make your way onto your hands and knees. You can bring your wrists underneath your shoulders, the knees underneath your hips. And then let's just find a few cats and cows from here. With an inhale, dropping your belly, opening your chest, looking forward. And then with your exhale, rounding your spine and bringing your chin towards your chest. And you can allow your own breath here to guide the movement. And maybe you want to move it a little bit softer today. You don't have to move your spine to its limits. Really listening to your body here. What feels good today? Give it one more breath. And then slowly come back to a neutral spine. And then from here we're going to find our pigeon pose. And for that, you can move your right knee towards your right wrist, then open your foot out to the side. And then allow your left leg to slide a little bit back, allow your hips to come down. And then if you want, you can bring one of your pillows underneath your right hip for a little bit more lift. And then allow your upper body to melt down forward. And you can either come onto your forearms here, or maybe you want to recline all the way down. And you can again use a little support here to make it a bit more comfortable. And maybe you want to send your breath into the stretch that you're feeling in your hip here. Imagining that you're breathing into your hip. And gently notice moments when your mind is wandering somewhere. Gently acknowledge that. And then see if you can slowly bring it back to the sensations in your body. One more breath here. And then very slowly make your way back up onto your hands. And then find your tabletop again. And find your pigeon pose on the other side. Maybe again supporting your hip with maybe a pillow or two. And then allowing your body to, or your upper body to come down, either staying on your forearms or melting it all the way down. And you can allow your body here to sink into the ground, maybe become a little bit more heavy. Maybe finding some deeper breaths again. Lengthening the exhales. And maybe it feels good to imagine that you're breathing into the stretch in your hip. Notice again when your mind is going somewhere else. Notice that with a little bit of curiosity, some compassion. And see if you can come back to your body, to your breath. Give it one more breath. And then you can slowly come back up onto your hands. And this time you can bring your right leg around so that you can find a seated position. And we're going to find a forward fold from here. And if you want a supported variation, you can use your pillows here underneath your legs for a little bit more lift. And maybe today you want to allow your legs to be a little bit wider apart. And then from here you can fold from your hips forward, maybe allowing your arms to rest by your legs. Allowing your upper body to relax if possible. And then notice where you feel the stretch here. Do you feel it only in your hamstrings? Is there also some stretch in your back? Maybe you can become curious about how it feels like. How does that sensation of the stretch feel like? And can you maybe stay with it for a little bit? And stay with your breath. Take one more deep breath here. And slowly make your way back up. And then from here you can find your way onto your back, hugging your knees into your chest. And maybe take a moment to just feel your back on the ground here. And then from here you can open your arms out to the side and allow your legs to fall towards one side. And then you could use one of the pillows here between your legs. Feel that little twist in your center. See if you can stay with your breath and with your body again. Just gently noticing what is happening right now. Give it one more breath. And then you can very slowly bring it back to center. And then allow your legs to fall towards the other side. Maybe it feels good here to soften your face a little bit more. And you can bring your awareness again to that little twist that you feel in your center. Notice how your breath is flowing. Take one more breath. And then gently make your way back to center. And then for the last position, we're gonna find a reclined butterfly. For that you can bring your feet together, let your knees drop to the sides. Sometimes it can be nice to bring pillows underneath your knees here if you don't want it too deep. You can also choose how far away you want your feet from your body. And maybe it feels good here to bring your hands onto your lower belly. Allow your shoulders to sink into the ground. And send your awareness again to where you feel the stretch. And maybe you can allow your body here to really soften, to allow gravity to pull you closer. Maybe finding a sense of surrender. And you can stay here as long as you want, or maybe find a classic Shavasana in the end. But if you want to end your practice here, you can gently bring your knees back up. Maybe you want to collapse your knees into each other, bring your feet a little bit wide apart. And then you can take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Then bring your hands together and move your thumbs towards your forehead. And take a moment to thank yourself that you took a little bit of time for some self-care. Namaste.